Welcome back to course Computer Organization. My name is Satish. We will start chapter 2 in module 1. So machine instructions and programs. So this chapter mainly concentrates on how program resides in memory as a data and how processor executes that program fetching it from the memory. What are the sequence of operations has to be performed in order to execute the program which is stored in the memory. Okay, let us start. The first topic in this video is about memory. Here we study different concepts of memory, like what are addresses, how addresses are assigned to the memory locations, what are different ways of storing data in those addresses, and we also study memory alignment. Before studying about memory, we must know a basic of number system, especially representation of numbers in binary as well as hexadecimal format. So let us study number system first and then go to memory concept. There are various number systems other than binary and hexadecimal. We have decimal number system, octal number system. We use decimal number system in our everyday conversations. There is one thing you should clearly understand and remember about various number system. Let me explain that using an example. Let us assume that you have 10 fishes in your home. When I say 10, I have used decimal number system to represent quantity of fish. Suppose if a person who knows only octal number system, he refer same quantity of fish but he call it as 12 because 12 in octal is equivalent to 10 in decimal. If a person knows only hexadecimal number system, he can represent the quantity of fish as 0a, and person who knows only binary represents same quantity of fish as 1010. Did you observe one thing here? The representation formats of different number system is completely different. Decimal says 10, octal says 12, hexadecimal says 0a, and binary says 1010. But the actual fact that you have 10 fishes, the quantity of fish does not change. That is why this point is very important. The data or number, when we use different number systems, data or number, when we use different number systems to represent it, its appearance may be different in different number system, but the actual value or data does not change. Let us study binary number system first. Here I'll explain only those concepts of binary number system which I require to explain my course. I am not going in depth. So binary number system is combination of zeros and ones. Every time you write a binary number, you should give a suffix b, letter b, at the end of the number on the right side. That is because the 0 and 1 present in binary number system also presents in other number system. It is very hard to recognize which number system the written number belongs to. When you have a binary number, the every digit in that number is called as a bit, and total number of bits present in that number is nothing but size of the data or size of the number. So 1010 is a 4-bit number, so size of the data is 4 bit. So every data size is calculated based on its binary form in the memory. Maybe text, a image, a video. When it finally gets converted into binary, the total number of bits in that is nothing but size of that data. For example, here I have a binary number. The size of the binary number here is 8-bit because there are 8 different digits in this number. The LSB, least significant bit, which is on the right side of the number, and MSB is the most significant bit, which is on the left side of the number. You should not get confused between LSB and MSB. Hexadecimal number system. This number system is completely different than binary or any other number system. Now, this hexadecimal number system has 16 different digits. 0 to 9 and A to F. Every hexadecimal number when you write, you must give a suffix H at the end of the number, that is on the right side, so that we can identify it as a hexadecimal number. One important thing about hexadecimal number is that hexadecimal numbers are by default binary coded, and each hexadecimal digit we write takes 4 bits in binary. That means when I have a hexadecimal number, okay, each digit I can represent using 4-bit binary number. This helps you in conversion of hexadecimal to binary and binary to hexadecimal, and this is very important to study memory. The point that every hexadecimal digit is 4-bit in binary. Here is an example of hexadecimal number 53A9H. I can say the size of this number is 16-bit. That is because, as I explained in previous slide, every hexadecimal digit is 4-bit in binary, and size of a data is calculated based on number of bits in its binary representation. So 53A9, there are 4 digits here. Every digit is 4-bit in binary. So 4 into 4, 16 bits. That hexadecimal number 53A9 can be written in binary using 16 bits. So size of this data is 16-bit. Calculating size of a hexadecimal number using the trick that every digit is 4-bit in binary is very important, so that whenever there is a hexadecimal number, we can identify how much space it occupies in the memory. Number system conversion between hexadecimal and binary is very easy because we know 2 facts about hexadecimal numbers. One is each hexadecimal digit is 4-bit in binary. That means whenever I write a digit which is hexadecimal, whenever I write it in binary, I should make it as a 4-bit binary number. Second fact that every hexadecimal number is actually a binary coded number. Now what is the meaning of that? Let us see. I have a number here 53A9. So it's a hexadecimal number, so there is H here to identify it. Now we know that how to write 5 in binary. So in binary 5 means 101, but I have taken one extra 0 to make it 4-bit. Then 30011, A nothing but 10 in decimal, that is 1010 in binary, and 91001. Now these are the binary representation of each digit of hexadecimal number system. But how to convert that entire 53A9H into binary? That's very easy. These hexadecimal digits are binary coded. That means the 53A9H altogether we write it in binary as binary number of 5, binary representation of 3, binary representation of A, and binary representation of 9. We club it together, that's actually 53A9H in binary. So this is very easy process. And also don't forget to give a suffix B at the end of the binary number. I hope you have understood this. Binary to hexadecimal conversion is also very easy based on same 2 fact, that every hexadecimal digit is 4-bit in binary and hexadecimal digit number are binary coded. Here when you convert a binary number into a hexadecimal number, you have to start this process from least significant bit, LSB, that means from the right side. You have to combine every 4-bit and convert it into hexadecimal digit. Suppose at the end when you reach MSB left side, if you do not have 4 bits, then you have to add extra zeros and make it 4-bit. Now let us see how this theory works. So there is a number here given which is nothing but 16-bit in size. There are 16-bit, so this is a 16-bit binary number. How to convert it to hexadecimal? So we start from the left side. We club or combine 4 digits from the right side, that is 1001. What is 1001? It is nothing but 9 in hexadecimal. Then we combine next 4 digits, 4 bits, that is 1010 is nothing but 10, but 10 in decimal, but hexadecimal for 10 we call it as A. Then 0011 nothing but 3, and remaining 0101 is nothing but 5. Now we have written hexadecimal which are equivalent to every 4 bit of a binary number, but how to convert entire binary number into hexadecimal number? Very simple, you just combine this. So 53A9, so 16 bit binary number we have given here is nothing but 53A9 in hexadecimal. I hope this concept is also very clear. So what is the purpose of studying hexadecimal number? Why should we know the hexadecimal number system? That is because binary is very lengthy. Binary is very lengthy. For example, I have written a binary equivalent to the string Canara Engineering College. You can see how much space it is consuming. Below that, equivalent hexadecimal number is there. That is also Canara Engineering College, but in hexadecimal numbers. And you can see how less space it is acquiring. The length of binary number is not the only reason why we go for hexadecimal. Binary number system is inevitable because every computer understands only binary. That means anything you want to store in memory or anything which is present in the memory will be in the form of binary. There is no any other method to store data other than in binary format. But binary is not comfortable for humans. We cannot use binary number in our day-to-day conversations. Humans are comfortable with decimal number system, but computers are not comfortable with decimal number system. Now what happens is we need an intermediate language, okay, which is easy for human to read, write and remember. Also it can be easily converted to binary or from binary to that number system. So hexadecimal number system is the intermediate language. Now why don't we study computer using decimal number system only? That is because binary to decimal and decimal to binary conversion is not efficient. So whenever I have a data in memory, it's in binary form. If I want to note it down, I will immediately convert it to hexadecimal and write it down. But if I have to write it down in decimal number system, I have to use a calculator or I have to make a small calculation. So decimal and binary conversions are not easy. So that's why we have gone for hexadecimal number system, which is already binary coded. So conversion between them is very easy. It doesn't mean that processor uses hexadecimal number system. Processor uses binary. When we study the processor, all the data we require to study in the binary form, we actually convert it into hexadecimal. For example, memory addresses. Memory addresses are assigned based on binary number system. But we write down memory address as a hexadecimal number, otherwise it becomes very lengthy. Any data in the memory is always stored as binary, but when we have to write it down, we will write it down in hexadecimal format because it consumes less space. So this is the reason why you have to study hexadecimal number. Now we have finished basics of number system. We know about binary and hexadecimal numbers and its importance. Let us start studying memory concepts.